I know that ain't who I think it is.
Hey yo, it's time to tune in to Timeout with Treble. Timeout tonight. We lit, baby.
What's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? It's your boy Triple J back in the building, man. Casual conversations across the nation. Cool vibes weekly, man. You already know what it is. Shouts out to the Cool Collective. Shouts out to the Chill Mob. We back for another one, man. A back-to-back. You feel me? I know it's been a minute since I done hit y'all with a back-to-back, but you feel me? I'm back tonight for sure. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody supporting. Shouts out to everybody rocking with your boy. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine. Each and every time. Make sure y'all go follow me, you know what I'm saying, on all the social platforms, man. Again, shouts out to the Chill Mob and shouts out to the Cool Collective, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we get down, man. The coolest crew out. You know what it is. You know what time it is, the whole nine, man. Make sure y'all follow me on all social platforms, man. Devoted Dreamers on YouTube, streaming right now on the YouTube channel, Devoted Dreamers with a Z, y'all. You already know what time it is, man. Follow me on Twitch too as well. Streaming live from Twitch too. TREBLEJMUSIC on Twitch, man. You feel me? And also rock with your boy on that TikTok, man. You know what I'm saying? New videos coming, new clips coming too as well. Devoted Dreamers with a Z and the 5. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all already know what time it is though, man. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get straight into it. If you know, then you know, then you know. You know what I'm saying? Yes, indeed, y'all. It's another Thursday, man. We ending the month off very great. You feel me? It's Leo season, man. If you know, then you know. Leo season's coming up. You know what I'm saying? First week of August. You feel me? The B-Day for your boy. You already know what it is, but we in grind mode. But you feel me? Shouts out to the Leo gang. Shouts out to Leo season. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to all y'all too as well, man. Good energy, good vibes, the whole. Nah, I feel good about it, man. The one thing I think I'm learning, you know what I'm saying, as I'm growing with age and, you know what I'm saying, just in life is learning, you know what I'm saying, to have a lot more wisdom with a lot of things, learning to think through a lot of things, learning to have certain like real dynamic conversations that I feel like are really needed. You feel what I'm saying? And that's one thing like I'm valuing more because the real thing that I know a lot of people talk about, and it's the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? The older you get, the wiser you get, you start to, you know what I'm saying, think about a lot of things. You start to process a lot of things. You start to evaluate a lot. You start to pay attention to more detail because when you're younger, you feel what I'm saying, you already know what time it is. You feel me? You just vibing for the most part, having a good time, whatever the case. Like you live in that youth, so you're not always dissecting and breaking down everything. But the older that you do get, you feel me? Those conversations are definitely being had. You feel what I'm saying? I'm even on my T swag. You feel what I'm saying? Heavy with it. The chamomile, the sleep tea, the lemon and ginger just finished that off too, man. Y'all already know the infamous cup, man. Shouts out to my daughter, Anaya. You know what I'm saying? Custom made cup. Shouts out to my mom for coming through with that too as well. Clutch for that. You feel me? So I had my little tea in that, man. A little lemon and ginger. Got to re up on that, but trying to get myself back together, man. Feeling good. You feel me? Feeling good. Trying to do the essential things that I need to do. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great about it. You know, and that's what it comes down to, man. It's hot as hell outside. So you feel me? I hope everybody's staying hydrated. You feel what I'm saying? I hope everybody, you know what I'm saying, navigating through the summer heat. Cause I'm telling you, it's good energy in every holler. Let me see, my bad, y'all. It's good energy, you know what I'm saying? Uh in every season. You know, for sure. When it's the wintertime, sometimes it be cold as hell. You feel me? And you trying to warm up, whatever the case may be. When it's summertime, it could be them days where it's blazing hot outside. You feel me? And you trying to cool off. But, you know, it's the good, you know, it's the ups and downs of every particular season. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like when it comes to that, you know, that's just the dynamic of how do you say it? You know, the different seasons, man, for sure. It feels great though. You know what I'm saying? As y'all already know. You know, we rocking the cutoff sleeves for sure. That's how I'm rocking. That's how I'm coming. You feel me? For most of the summer anyway. You know what I mean? I might, you know, touch it up a little bit on most occasions. You feel what I'm saying? And get myself right. But I'm loving the cutoff look. You know what I'm saying? We got the 2-part tee today. You know, me against the world. You know, that's how you be feeling sometimes, man. So a lot of people feel sometimes, man, you know, when, you know, you grinding through life, whatever the case may be, you against the world. You feel me? Your mindset, your mentality, your drive, all that against the world. That's what we at. That's what we coming with. You feel me? If you know, then you know. But you gotta just, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta lock in, man. For real, you gotta lock in, bro. Cause like I feel like I done definitely had, you know what I'm saying, that season where things was going up and down, but it's finally in that right trajectory now. That's the part I'm feeling good about. That consistency is everything. If you gotta know anything in life, consistency is key. And you know what I'm saying, when your blessings start coming consistently too, that's key. You feel what I'm saying? When your direction start aligning consistently, that's key. You feel what I'm saying? When your aspirations and goals, they start getting checked off consistently, you feel what I'm saying? That's key. You know, when that like I'm just feeling real good about that, man. You feel what I'm saying? I'm feeling good, feeling great, good vibes with my boys too as well, man. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is, man. Shouts out to my boy Emmanuel. Shouts out to my boy E, aka Sorry Hayes, man. You feel me? Shouts out to, you know, everybody out there, man. You know what I'm saying? All my homeboys, you know what I'm saying? Friends, associates, the whole nine. Shouts out to y'all. Good vibes. We having real conversations, man. And that's why I said that discipline really come into effect in a major way. Like I'm really locked in on that on the highest level that I can, y'all, to be more disciplined. You feel me? Got to. I'm gonna enjoy certain things. Of course, that's what I'm gonna do. But when it come to it, you know what I'm saying, that discipline aspect gotta be there, gotta be locked in the whole nine too as well. I'm not playing about that. I gotta make certain changes and adjustments and not always in a negative way too. Just, you know what I'm saying, to challenge myself, to better myself, the whole nine. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do, y'all. You feel me? So for everybody out there, you know what I'm saying, on that similar energy and stuff too as well, you know, keep that up, man. Keep the vibes good. Keep everything, you know what I'm saying, in a great space, great energy. And I'm telling you, all will be well, man. We're gonna get into some quick sports news, quick sports updates, man. If you know, then you know, man. You feel me? New news as well. We're gonna get right into that real quick, y'all. You feel me? Shouts out to him, man. Shouts out to that boy, man, Terry McLaurin, man, for the Washington Commanders. But if y'all do know, man, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason, they reverting back to the name, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They reverting back to the name. That was a very interesting, you know, take or hearing that information from that too as well. But Terry McLaurin, as y'all already know, one of the primetime receivers over there, you know what I'm saying, in that offense, you know, the team up with Jay Daniels too as well. The Washington Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin has formally requested a trade with contract negotiations at a standstill. And it always happens. You feel what I'm saying? It always, you got to negotiate them contracts, and no matter what the sport is, and that goes to show you, you feel what I'm saying, rookie, vet, whatever the case may be, man. Sometimes it's a dog fight to get your money's worth. You feel what I'm saying? Depending on the franchise that you with, depending on, you know what I'm saying, what they basing everything on, depending on the dynamic of what you pushing for, but you got to get your money's worth. You got to get what you truly worth. You feel what I'm saying? McLaurin showed up to camp earlier this month and said outright that he was frustrated with the lack of progress around the new contract and is now asking out, either as a pressure tactic or a real attempt to find a team that will pay him what he wants. McLaurin has spent all 6 of his seasons in Washington, and he's coming off 5 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons for the team. If you know, then you know. You know what I'm saying? That 1,000-yard mark is solid. You feel me? Very good, you know. That's quality right there, you know what I'm saying, for a receiver consistently, man. It's not a great time for a contract dispute or trade, as the Commanders are hoping to be a Super Bowl contender after coming within 1 win of an NFC title last season, which they did, y'all. They added Deebo Samuel this offseason, but it would be hard to imagine Washington being very willing to deal with McLaurin at any point this year with their window to contend wide open. I mean, I hear y'all, man. You feel me? But you got to pay the man what he's worth, bro. Terry McLaurin, man, was a major part, you feel what I'm saying, of like they upside for sure this season, man, with Jaden Daniels. You feel what I'm saying? In order to be an elite quarterback, too, you got to have an elite offense and receiving core. You feel me, too? And like they both complement each other, man. You know, so they wouldn't be where they at too. Just so y'all know, when it comes to these dynamic teams, or you know what I'm saying, these Cinderella stories, and they elevating, you know what I'm saying, they up into a whole nother level. But Terry McLaurin played a major part in that for sure. You feel me? For sure. With much due respect, you know what I'm saying? Pay the man what he's worth, man. Pay the man, bruh. When you're making major strides right there, you right, bruh. They put the Commanders back on the map, man. Let's be for real. Back on the map. One game away. They literally was one game away, bruh. Jane Daniels' performance, Terry McLaurin, that whole offensive core, and Debo Samuels over there, they got a lot of upside. You feel me? And the one thing that you got to make sure you're paying attention to as well, with Debo in that addition, you need that whole core. Debo coming over there is a great player too as well, but you can't have Debo over there, you know what I'm saying, and not having my boy Terry McLaurin, you know what I'm saying, still on the roster too as well. You need that good offensive elite core to do what they got to do. You feel what I'm saying? So shouts out to Terry McLaurin, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure at this point. I wonder. I feel like they're going to go ahead and give him what he's worth to match it, because you don't want to give up, you know what I'm saying, an elite wide receiver like that at all. You don't want to give up that piece. And they are a contending team. But you got to keep all them pieces together, you know what I'm saying, in order to elevate to where they need to, y'all. For sure. You feel what I'm saying? Got to do that. Shouts out to it, bruh. Another Cinderella story too as well. Not Cinderella story, but you know what I'm saying, they done bounce back properly the way they should. You feel me? Them New York Knicks, man. Shouts out to it, man. Knicks signed Mikal Bridges to a 4-year, $150 million contract extension. The New York Knicks have signed small forward Mikal Bridges to a 4-year, $150 contract extension. Bridges, only 28, was acquired by the Knicks from the Nets last season and played his usual 82 games, serving as key defense as a key defensive piece. It averages 17.6, good numbers, 3.2 rebounds, and 3.7 assists per game. Bridges' offense was hit and missed when it mattered, but he made 2 massive defensive plays that helped set the stage for the Knicks to reach the Eastern Conference Finals. Yes, they did, y'all. You feel me? You feel me? Another bounce back story too as well, man. A slight discount from his max of 156. This deal would take Bridges through the 2029-30 season, man. You feel me? Great addition. Like I told you. I told y'all this before. You feel me? I like this new young core of the Knicks, man. We used to different eras of the New York Knicks, different dynamics, you know what I'm saying? The Melo era, you know, all those two as well. You know what I'm saying? You got the Starks, you got the, you know, Patrick Ewings, you got so many eras of Knick greats, man. You feel me? And this stride that they done been on these past 2 seasons, Karl Anthony Towns was a great addition over there. Not gonna cap y'all. That was a great addition over there. You know what I'm saying? Brunson, killing, cooking, the whole 9. OG, you know what I'm saying? Mikal Bridges, let's run it back. You feel me? Let's run it back. You know, give the players that back. And you know what I'm saying? All right, let's get to it. Don't never lose hope, and don't never lose sight in the potential, you feel what I'm saying, that a lot of these players and a lot of these teams got when it comes to professional sports. You got to give that potential, man. You never know, like that y'all draft off potential, and you gotta stick it out, man. Sometimes that it's worth that contract. Stick it out. You never know, you know what I'm saying, how these players from the elevator take off. You never know, for sure. You feel what I'm saying? For sure, man. You never know, for sure. So shouts out to that boy, you know what I'm saying, Mikal Bridges, man. You know what I'm saying? New contract extension too as well. That's gonna be major, for sure, for sure, for sure. You feel what I'm saying? If you know, then you know, man. You feel me? You feel me? I got a question though, man. You feel me? Or like something I want to express too as well, man. I'm learning this as I'm, you know what I'm saying, just navigating through life and other stuff, man. We all tend to be in the era now where, you know, comfort, connections, and all that is based on conditions, man. And that's the scary part. And I feel like as we going through this new generation too as well, is like it's almost about the conditions in which the situation that you're probably in, you know what I'm saying, when you're trying to make connections, you know what I'm saying, and dating relationships out here more than like the actual genuine part of, you know what I'm saying, the emotions being attached to it, or, you know what I'm saying, the level of like expression. You feel what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Hold on, man. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Gotta get these guys locked in, man. For sure, for sure. Let me add that on there. Can I add that one on there? Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Let me make sure I send it to him real quick. But yeah, y'all, you feel me? Very important, man. I be thinking about that too, man. It's like, I don't know. I feel like we gotta get back in that space. I get it, bro. You feel me? We're in a new era, everything from the economy, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got all these social media platforms, all this different dynamics. Everything seems so materialistic. Everything seems on the basis of what you got, how much you got, and a dynamic of, you know what I'm saying, what you can develop and build on. I get it, bro. But we got to go back to the traditional space sometimes of like really building a connection off of, you know what I'm saying, pure emotion. I get it. You feel me? I get it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are victims of that, and a lot of us are creators of that too, as well, depending on the dynamic, you know what I'm saying, that you in too, also, man. Hold on. And the dynamic, you know what I'm saying, that we in also, man. I feel like that's a real important thing too. Because it's hard, bro. It seems like it's so much harder now, you know what I'm saying, out here in the dynamic too, of so for a lot of us to make real connections for real. Like I get the financial aspect, you know what I'm saying, of a relationship. I get the financial, you know what I'm saying, backing in certain things, bro. But it's like we losing sight of genuinely connecting with somebody because we only focused on certain factors of it, man. At the end of the day, I love like the concept of, you know what I'm saying, collectively building or having that genuine, you know what I'm saying, bounce off of support in multiple areas, you know what I'm saying, with your significant other or connecting like that, man. Shouts out to my boy, you know what I'm saying, too, as well, man. We had a real dope conversation about it, you know what I'm saying, that worked too, and it made a lot of sense. That a certain woman, to an extent, to build you up is always going to be important, you know what I'm saying, to most of us men out here for sure. It's not about, you know what I'm saying, the money that you have. It's not about certain aspects of you bringing certain things to the table. It's really genuinely about the genuine support, you feel what I'm saying, and understanding and the uplifting aspect, you know, of trying to build and uplift, you know, your significant other. Because a lot of us not going to be in that space for to have the financial support every time. We're not. Or even if you are, you know what I'm saying, taking care of the household and certain stuff too, it's other aspects that got to branch off from that, you know what I'm saying, that have that long lasting relationship aside from just, you know what I'm saying, financial support. It got to be. Because then, you know what I'm saying, we in a space where are we living in our truth? Because of course somebody can take care of you financially, but when all them other pockets and aspects are not being fulfilled, you know what I'm saying, the spiritual aspect, the emotional aspect, you know what I'm saying, the understanding aside from just the dollar bill amount. I mean, to me, them would just be moments. Ain't nothing wrong with it for those of y'all, you know what I'm saying, to each his own. If that's what you rock with and you just, you know what I'm saying, really want to be in a space where you just want the moment, so you just want the money, that's cool. You feel me? If that's how you rock. But at the end of the day, you got to understand the true dynamic of that for real. You got to. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, like, you're going to have a lot of moments. And I'm realizing that too, you know what I'm saying, as I'm getting older too, like the moments are cool to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to relationships, but it's not really always fulfilling. Now we're like in a space where it's a moment, you know what I'm saying, and the relationship longevity has definitely dropped. Well, a lot of times, you feel what I'm saying, now we're in a space too of like how long can, you know what I'm saying, a situation or a dynamic last to really be fully fulfilled, to really know the person, you know what I'm saying, to really build love for a person, to really build a connection, you know what I'm saying, to really have true support, to really build, you know what I'm saying, that trust and dynamic there. Like it's so many quick moments, bro. It's a lot of quick moments. You feel me? And I think that's the part where I feel like we may get to a point to where we got to pull away from of not just having, you know what I'm saying. Now, if you're single or whatever the case may be, or you in a space to where, you know what I'm saying, you know, maybe some of y'all don't want to settle down. Maybe some of y'all don't want to get married, kids, the whole nine, all of that too. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You free to explore and live life the way you want to. But those people specifically that, you know what I'm saying, want to be in that space of doing that too, you know, you got to get them folks the opportunity, man. You got to get them folks the opportunity for sure, man. You know, um, and certain dynamics are what they are, you know. And don't feel bad too, like when you in a space of like something that maybe you attempted to build and it didn't necessarily be in that space. Like I've always been a person that wanted a family dynamic, you feel what I'm saying, with kids, you know what I'm saying, a wife, all that different type of stuff. But with the dynamic of my situation, you know what I'm saying, shouts out to my daughter always, and Naya too as well. Sometimes the dynamic don't work like that. I got a kid, you feel what I'm saying? Um, you know, the baby mother, you know what I'm saying, mother of my child, dynamic, you feel me? It happens like that in life sometimes. Not married, you feel what I'm saying, not in the relationship, but the aspect of the space in which, you know what I'm saying, my beautiful daughter was created. That's just the reality of my situation. So when you talk about the reality of your situation, you feel what I'm saying, you know, have a vision of the way you want certain things to go, but that also don't mean that it's never too late to as well. Just because the dynamic of that situation didn't work out, you know what I'm saying, for me to be fulfilled in the area of a wife, or, you know what I'm saying, of that true family dynamic, I can't base past situations, or I can't base certain dynamics off the potential of a future of me still being able to experience that too as well. You feel me? And that's the space I feel like I'm strongly in, and that dynamic too as well, to be able to do that. Because we lose sight of that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got this vision. Everybody got the look of how they want a certain dynamic to be. And if all those things don't align perfectly or in the space in which they need to, it don't never mean it's too late. It don't never mean you're not gonna get another opportunity. And never means too as well that you gotta sit on dwell on that dynamic too, because the space didn't go the way it was. You feel what I'm saying? Because I got a daughter. I do. I got a daughter, you know what I'm saying? I love my daughter to death for sure. But the dynamic of that family dynamic to that degree, like of what I envisioned prior to, you know what I'm saying, that's not what it turned out to be. And I'm okay with that. You feel what I'm saying? In the extent of I still have an opportunity to, in the future, you know what I'm saying, create that. And in the future, you know what I'm saying, whoever that person may be specifically, to be able to build that dynamic too and feel comfortable in the space, not looking up, not being down on myself or down and out because, man, what I envisioned, what I wanted my life to be, you feel me, it didn't turn out to be like that. Sometimes the dynamic just be what it be, man. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be what it be, for real. From anything, bro, like the hooping, you know what I'm saying? The hooping definitely been dope. You know what I'm saying? The dynamic been dope for sure. All that, you know, too as well. But like, I get it, man. I get it, y'all. You know, I didn't. I like at one point in college when I was hooping, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, it's something I wanted to step away from. And that's something that I had to stand into. But I can't always dwell on that dynamic too as well. Sometimes it being like, hey, you know, uh, what if I could have went to the league? What if I could have went here? You know what I'm saying? What if the dynamic, if I would have never walked away of how my career, or how, you know what I'm saying, a certain dynamic in sports would have been. Certain spaces in my life, I made the decision on that. And I had to stand into the decision on that and understand that, you know what I'm saying, I can still go out there and dribble a ball and hoop and shoot whatever the case may be, every day if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to dwell on the dynamic of the opportunity. I mean, it's opportunities in other things too as well. You feel me? If for a lot of y'all that know me on a personal level too, I was super laid back, super chill, friendly with everybody, got along with everybody the whole 9 too as well. You feel me? And I was never in a space where I would even be in an element like this in the media, in the podcast, and this certain stuff. But it's an opportunity that came through that, you know what I'm saying, that I embraced too as well as another outlet. You feel me? The athletics was one thing, the music was one thing too as well. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, that I got my hands in a lot of creative spaces. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel good about that part, that aspect, because the dynamic of the way my life is, I'm comfortable in that space. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a mega artist. It's cool. I'm not an NBA player. It's cool. You feel me? But I got a voice. I got a platform, and I'm comfortable in the space of those things that, you feel what I'm saying, I am piecing together, you know what I mean, and growing on in that aspect too. And it's a good feeling, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to that, for sure. You know, that's the key thing right there, man. It's like you just got to feel good about the different experiences, man, in life for you. You got to feel good about the different experiences and be open to different things. Your vision could be one thing, you know what I'm saying, and your future and reality could be another, or um, certain aspects in which, you know what I'm saying, certain things may play out. Like, don't worry about it. You feel me? It be what it be. But I feel good for the times that I did, you know, to be able to hoop like I did and experience the sports, the track and field, the football, the basketball, the soccer, you know what I'm saying, different stuff. It was a great experience at the time of my life when I was doing it, even with the music tools, you know what I'm saying, in that aspect too as well. Creating the projects, you know what I'm saying, doing the features, doing different stuff, going to the studio, you know what I'm saying, locking in on the moments, getting the studio time, writing over the songs, all that. You know, I appreciated that on such a great level. You feel me? That was just a dope dynamic for sure. And it's just like, man, it's amazing at this particular point to be in the space like that. It's like, I appreciate it, man. It was moments, but it don't mean it's the end all be all. If I really wanted to, which I'm in the process of still doing that too, to make more records. So, you know what I'm saying? Just songs, just because I enjoy the artistic value of it or enjoy the music. You know what I'm saying? You know, I continue to do that. Like I said, I hoop for the first time in a little minute too. I'm talking about real hoop session, y'all. Last Sunday too as well, man. Shouts out to my boy Meech, man. You know what I'm saying? Locked me in. You feel me? To the runs, to the Sunday runs. Not sure. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it this Sunday. But you know what I'm saying? It's all good. Grind mode. But I love that, man. You feel me? That was the one thing, like when I had a true love for the sport of basketball, going out there, man, like good runs too. And we played like 8 games, we won 5. You feel what I'm saying? Tough. A good matchup too. Man, I ain't talking about no scrub runs. You feel what I'm saying? It was some good quality runs, man. You know what I'm saying? Working for every bucket, the whole 9. Had to definitely get my wind back up for sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely get my stamina the whole 9. Like, but when it comes to the hoop, and I still remember them days for sure, man. Like, you got to be up on it. Gotta be up on it. You feel what I'm saying? You know, got a lot of inside buckets. I was cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the floor, doing different things. Like, it just gave me a certain element when I was out there hooping. Like, I just felt that energy back. I felt that passion, you know what I'm saying, back forward within that session that we had, man. And it was just dope. You know what I'm saying? It was real fire for me for sure. You know, just to get back in that element. Like, I ain't got to be, you know what I'm saying, on the college level again. I ain't got to be a pro in the NBA or overseas. But the fact that I was able to enjoy the run, we're overseas players now. But the fact that I was able to enjoy that run, have fun, you know what I'm saying, get buckets, you know, challenge myself, man, it was a great thing. And, you know, definitely gonna try to get back in the consistent bag of that too as well. It's a heavy weekend for me. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm probably not gonna be able to make it there this Sunday, like for the morning runs. Possibly, I don't know yet. But, you know, that's how we feeling with it. Enjoying the moments, enjoying the space, the whole 9, quality of all that. You know what I'm saying? And just doing the best things with it, man. And you feel what I'm saying? Like, enjoy life. Enjoy it in multiple aspects of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't let life pass you by, and don't be, you know what I'm saying, overthinking a lot of certain things too, man. Sometimes just enjoy, man, certain energy, enjoy good vibes, enjoy certain dynamics. You feel what I'm saying? And do the best with that, man, for sure, man. It's a great thing when it comes to that, y'all. Like, it's just a great feeling to be able to do that. And then nostalgia be a real thing too, man. Even kind of reminiscing on the days of that, having those conversations, bro. Like, I remember when I was a gym rat for sure. You feel me? Hooping all the time, man. High school, college, all that. Shouts out to my boy E, man. All the one-on-one matchups. You feel me? Inside court, outside court. You feel me? The real training, all that type of stuff, man. Like, to really just be out there hooping heavy. I'm talking about really being my hooping bag for sure. Inspired to hoop. You feel me? Inspired to get buckets. All that good stuff, man. And it was a great moment, man. And there was other moments after that too as well. You feel me? Like, that's the good part of being able to embrace and understand that, man, for real, man. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the journey and be open to different things. Because it's a lot that you can be in this world. It's a lot that you could be in this world. And it don't gotta, you know what I'm saying, box you in either to a certain degree of like being in a certain category. I'm 6'5", of course, man. Naturally, you know what I'm saying, I had to be an athlete at some point, or people ask if I'm an athlete. Of course, I had that space too as well. But I can also be a doctor or engineer, you feel what I'm saying? A content creator, a rapper, you feel what I'm saying? A poet, like all different things that I can still be, man. And that's the dope part about the element of, you know what I'm saying, life and a society in itself. Like, you got so many opportunities, dude. You don't have to box yourself in, when it comes to what you want to be in life. You can be open to all of it. You can achieve a lot of different things too. Don't even tell yourself about a lot of stuff that you can't do, man. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't never know I would be in the tech field, like coming out of college like that, or working certain jobs, or being in a certain dynamic, or like my personality even being in this space now to where I can open up to y'all and I can have these dynamic conversations. Like, you never know, but you got to be open to it. And I've said that all the time from the jump. You feel what I'm saying? I was asked about that. All them like behind the scenes conversation with my homeboys, all them behind the scenes conversations and relationships with other women, you know what I'm saying? All those dynamics, you know what I'm saying, with associates, whatever, and that people was just telling me, yo, you got to get in that space, that podcast space, radio space, or whatever the case may be, to have these dope conversations with folks, man. And I'm like, that's what we here to do. And I'm fully open with embracing that and loving that space, man, for sure, man. You feel me? And that's how it is, man. It's great for sure. Y'all know, man. Um, but you feel me? I'm gonna call it a night, man. A little quick one for y'all, man. Casual conversations across the nation, cool vibes weekly. Your boy will be back again with it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At some point, I'm gonna lock back in with y'all tomorrow. So y'all make sure y'all vibe with me. Y'all make sure y'all rock with me for sure. Specifically, man, follow me on all the social platforms, man. If you know, then you know. You feel me? Devoted Dreamers on YouTube with a Z. TREBLEJMUSIC on Twitch. Devoted Dreamers with a Z and a 5 on TikTok, man. Make sure y'all follow me on all the social platforms. Tune in. Episode 116 will be dropping this weekend. You feel me? On Spotify too as well, man. Are we gonna keep rocking with y'all, man? Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. You feel me? Make sure y'all continue to follow the boy on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to me. The whole 9, man. Let's get it, y'all. Good vibes. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Treble signing out.